Hey everyone, Nut Free Mama here. Today I'm going to show you how to make a Pac-Man cake with ghost cupcakes. Okay, let's start off with our ingredients. First, for your cake and cupcakes, we're going to need 1 box of cake mix, any kind you like. I'm using this Duncan Hines Butter Golden, and then all the ingredients that it calls for in the back to make it. Mine is 3/4 cup of water, 3 eggs, and 7 tablespoons of melted butter. Then we need frosting. I got 2 tubs because I wasn't sure, and I got the butter cream frosting, and I'm going to tint that yellow. Then for the Pac-Man cake, you also need his eye. So I have this York Thin Peppermint Patty. I thought that would be a good eye. You could use any kind of little chocolate cookie that you'd like. Maybe even like an Oreo Thin or something like that. Then for the ghosts, I have these airheads that I assembled into ghosts, and I'll show you how I did that a little later. And then for the cherries, I have these cherry sours that I got from Kroger. So let's go ahead and get started. Spray your cookie pan with cooking spray and add 10 liners to your cupcake tin. And then we are going to preheat the oven to 350. All right, now I have all of my cake ingredients in this large bowl, and I'm just going to beat it on low speed with an electric mixer about 30 seconds, and then at medium for about 4 minutes. All right, my cake mix is all ready to go, so I'm going to fill up my liners about 2/3 of the way full, and then use the rest in my cake pan. And I'm going to bake that at 350 for about 18 to 20 minutes for the cupcakes, and about 22 to 27 for the cake. All right, my cake and my cupcakes are in the oven, and my timer is set. So now I'm going to show you how I made my little ghosts and my cherries. I just basically took an airhead out, and then working with your hands, you just work with it until it is pliable enough to shape into the ghost. I used kitchen shears to make the ghost tips, and then I just took the white airheads and made balls for the eyes, and then the blue airheads for the little dots in the eyes. And then the cherries, the same thing. I just cut those, the green ones up, and then I added the cherry candy to the bottom. So it was really easy, but it is time consuming. I did try to pop them into the microwave at one point to soften them, but that just turned into a mess. So I just used my hands. You just want to wash your hands a lot because they are sticky. But they are adorable. Look how cute that is. All right, my cake and cupcakes are out of the oven, and they baked about 18 minutes exactly, and I just removed the cake too because it looks pretty done to me. So next I am going to let these cool completely before I frost them and work on the putting on the ghosts. All right, my cake has cooled off enough, so I moved it to a cooling rack and let it cool for about 15 minutes. Now I've wrapped it in some plastic wrap, and I'm going to put it in the freezer for probably 10 to 15 minutes. I just want to make sure that it is nice and cold before I try to cut out my slice for the Pac-Man mouth. All right, while the cake is chilling in the freezer and I set my timer, I am going to get to work on my cupcakes. So just to get a bowl that is big enough to dip the cupcakes down into, and we are going to empty one of our tubs of frosting in there and add the yellow food coloring until the desired color is reached. All right, I am happy with that color yellow, so now I'm going to pop this in the microwave for about 20 seconds. All right, that just came out of the microwave, and I gave it a quick stir, and it looks perfect. So next we're just going to dip the tops of the cupcakes into the frosting. I'll try to do one on camera here for you. Just going to dip it and swirl it around, and then kind of let it just drip back off. Drip back off. Drip, 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 drip. And it should look something like that. So I'll go ahead and do the rest of these off of camera. All right, all my cupcakes are dipped, and I still have this much frosting left, and I didn't even use it all. So just be careful how much you use. But I might be able to reuse this for the Pac-Man. So I went ahead and dipped all my cupcakes, and then I added on my ghosts and my cherries, and they just look so cute. Okay, I cut out my Pac-Man shape. It's a little bit crumbly looking, but now I'm going to try to see if I can cover that with frosting. All right, I just took the rest of that frosting and did the same thing and just drizzled it, and you can see I made a big huge mess here on the plate. but I think it's going to work out. I'm going to take my two spatulas and try to move this to a serving dish. And I did only use one of the frostings, so I'll put that on my directions here. Alright, my Pac-Man cake is moved onto my serving platter, and I just fixed a few spots and I put on his eye, and he looks adorable. I love him. So I am going to just go ahead and add my ghosts all around him, because this is going into a bake sale tomorrow for school. Alright, everything is all assembled here for the bake sale. I've got my Pac-Man eating a cherry, and all the ghosts are around him, and it looks so cute. Can't wait to see what everyone thinks at the bake sale. Taste tester won't be tasting this, everybody.